It's been 3 years since the battle in the Outlands began. Today we're taking a break from bloodshed to celebrate the Outlanders that helped make Norway a truly unique place to be. Sit tight and enjoy the show.
Hello Outlanders and welcome to our anniversary dev stream. So as always, first let us know if you can hear us and we will jump right into it. Right, let's see, I already see some people in the chat. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming. And away. Let's see. Everything okay? Perfect, thank you for the confirmation. Alright, so as I said, welcome to our anniversary dev stream. This is actually our 3rd anniversary, so I am so glad that I can see some familiar names in the chat as well. I mean, you guys have been with us for a while. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pyrit. I am producer and work on Vigor, and today I am here with a few guests from our development team. So basically, I guess let's start from Mov. So. Okay. Can you tell us a bit about what you do in the Vigor team and what is your role?
Yep, sure. Hello guys, my name is Vladimír and I work as a lead technical designer on Vigor. So usually scripting, managing a small team of talented scripters, and that's most of it.
Alright, thank you, Mov. Johanny?
Yeah, so my name is Johanny, I am lead programmer on Vigor. My day-to-day is to, guide the programming team to a better result, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
Greetings, I'm Archie and I work as QA tester, so my job is to find and figure it out and spot the most issues and report them to these guys, and they are then fixing them. So, yeah.
Nice, alright, thank you guys. So today's stream will be actually 2 hours long instead of the regular 1 hour, so we will be divided into 2 sets of guests. So we will be here for the first hour, and what we will be covering as always, we will be interacting with you guys with the chat, but we also wanted to discuss all of our updates that have been live since the last anniversary, basically. But first thing, we can probably switch to the game for a bit, maybe, and I have a few questions for all of you before we jump in, and also for everyone in the chat to ask as well. So I wanted to ask, what is your favorite map and why? Who wants to start? So
I won't do it.
Okay,
do it in order.
Who volunteers? Go
you
ahead.
can do it in order. Yeah, for me it's Ridge because I'm quite into mountains, so I like the landscape. It's hilly, it's rocky, there's nice weather usually, so yeah, definitely.
Nice, okay, thank you. Who wants to follow up?
Sure, okay. My preferred map is Island because it's the one that has the best performances in the game.
And before we continue, apparently, because I guess that you guys watching us don't know, but we are actually having anniversary party here as well. So the rest of the team is actually with us. You can see them on the window behind us, apparently. Thank you. So we need to talk a bit louder because the sound from the party is still a bit there.
Okay.
So yeah, please try to speak up. Thank you.
Okay. So it's my turn, I guess.
Yeah, it is
okay.
your turn.
Well, my favorite map would be probably Šťastný because it has nice, interesting little touches like the elevator or the whole dam interior and the building, which I think is pretty awesome. And I like field content as well because I like the sniper rifles and I like sniping. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Thank you, guys. So as I said, we will be slowly going through all of the updates that we have released since last anniversary. So we will start with Season 8, Trappers. This is the last season that was released before the anniversary. So this is the update where we left off, basically, last time. And let's see, when it comes to the content of the update, we released the Season 8, Trappers. You can see the key art on the screen as well. And also the Legacy Season tab, actually. Then there was the Hunter Pack, Prey Pack, and we switched the loot events to number 2 in all of the encounters. That was also a change. We also switched off the anti-camping mortar strikes, apparently. So maybe we can discuss this a bit. Like, how do you feel about us, like, having it on and then turning it off? Like, why did we do that, actually? Like, I know it, but for the guys in the chat.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
Please, go
You're
ahead.
laughing so much.
I think it was an interesting mechanic. Like, we get a lot of complaints about people camping too much and having some kind of feature that would eliminate or help with these was kind of nice idea. However, it proved to be a bit loud and off in the end.
Yeah, players were complaining that it was ruining the immersion of the game, which I mean I can understand. Plus, mortars were like very different from what they are today because they were like really strong. They I think back then they even like were damaging you even if you were in a house and things like this. So yeah, it was.
They can still do that. We turn it off for a while and then refactor.
Yeah, but now it's different. Yeah, like now there is actual penetration of materials, so it will like if you are covered somehow you will not take the full damage and you're used to. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Thank you. Move, do you have anything to add or like?
Like it was pretty much loud, and we wanted the Outlands to be like, let's say, calm area, you know, where you can wander, and it was a little bit too much of explosions for our taste.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember that, it was crazy. And then we also did some like XP rebalancing and shootout rewards rebalance, and that's pretty much it for update 8. But I would say that overall it was a nice update, even though like the customizations, at least for me, weren't the best that we have done, but still a nice update, I would say. Alright, we can probably move on to the next update that we released, and it was minor one, 8.1.
Yeah.
And this is the first update where we introduced Legacy Seasons, actually. This was Preppers, released as a Legacy Season. We also released the Thank You Charity Pack, if you remember that. Yeah, it was actually like second wave of coronavirus, I think. Yeah, possible. Then we added the dev and partner titles. And for some people these might not be like important, but for our partners, for example, yeah, it looks really nice.
Definitely agree. I have mine all the time, and I guess it's not a very good thing because players come at me and try to kill me, even how, you know, like they try even harder to go at me.
Yeah, if I need to test something on public servers, I remove it because it can get very dangerous real quick. But usually I just put it on and boost the lobby, wave at the other players and have fun. So, yeah.
There were, as always, like multiple smaller changes, tweaks, and fixes. But I think that we added one thing that was really good for newer players, and this was the notification that when you have no weapons on you, that you are actually notified before entering the encounter. And that was also something that I think we did well.
That was one of the first steps, like back then when we released that update, we were already discussing like how we can improve our onboarding and how we can make the experience for newcomers like more forgiving, I would say, and like less punishing, because like there was nothing that would prevent you to go in your first encounter with no loadout, and we wouldn't even tell you, like the game wouldn't even tell you about loadouts and that you needed to actually prepare before going into a match. So that was a nice first step.
Yeah, definitely, I completely agree. And before we jump into the next update to discuss it, we will be actually doing a few giveaways throughout this entire stream, so I guess that we can start with the first giveaway. These giveaways will be separated, so there will be always a few codes for one platform. During the next giveaway, there will be codes for another platform. So here we have Xbox codes, and these are for all locations. Please keep in mind that some platforms have this divided, so it's according to your location, so you have to watch out and check out the note that is currently visible on the screen. Alrighty. Anyway, is there anything else you would like to add to the first two updates? I guess not. I think that we pretty much covered them. Yeah. So we can move on to update 9, Stalkers. And this one is definitely one of my favorites when it comes to customizations. Yeah, the outfits.
The vibe of this one was really nice.
Yeah. And also the key art is absolutely stunning, as you can see on the screen. So anyway, what we have added, Battle Pass Season 9, obviously, and then there were grenades.
That was a huge effort. It was a lot of work to bring them into the game. Like, there was some base implementation from the alpha version of the game, but it wasn't like very good, and that's why they were in the alpha and then they were removed. And we had to rework pretty much everything from the ground up to bring them into the game, and now we have that nice throwable system that we can even reuse for other consumables, like we did for the grenade, the flashbang, and even for the snowball fight we had at Christmas.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Then we also implemented some elimination improvements and rewards as well. So players were no longer able to team kill, for example, which was
that
was painful.
That was this one? Okay, in that case, that was definitely necessary. I think elimination is much more interesting since we did this. And even if sometimes there is like a few people complaining that we should like let team killing again in elimination, I don't think it's like a very popular demand.
Yeah, absolutely not. And we also added new loadouts and rewards to elimination. We also added some improvements for the new generations of consoles, actually.
Yeah, that was nice. So for some time, we use the retro compatibility on the new gen. So thanks to this, you have in this version of the game, there was only the support for 60 frames per second on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and later on, but I guess we'll cover it someday. And later on, we also improved the image quality on the new gen. It was pretty sweet. It was challenging to bring because we used some older version of the SDKs, older version of the. That's probably too technical. But anyway, it was challenging and we managed, so that was nice.
Nice, good. And one last thing, we actually added Czech localization back then. So this is something interesting for the three of us because Johanny is actually French, so not so interesting for you. But this was also really exciting. I mean, majority of the people is Czech, so that was really cool. Anything else you guys would like to add for this season 9 Stalkers? This was actually the last, no, it wasn't the last update that we called a season, but we will jump to that in a bit. Anyway, then we released update 9.1, and this is where we started like regularly adding new legacy seasons.
Yeah.
So this time we added Hunters as a legacy season. What do you think about Hunters, by the way? This was our second battle pass.
Yeah.
I like the cosmetics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like them? Yeah.
I love the what is it, cape or hoodie that you have.
Yeah.
It was one of the best outfits I used to play with before the Stalkers and before the Chronicles start hit, because they had awesome cosmetics too.
Cool. There was the crossbow in this one,
Yes.
which was nice. I mean, it was never a popular weapon, but it's like a fun addition to the game.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. And as I'm looking at the update, because obviously I have my notes here because I can't remember absolutely everything. I mean, it has been a few updates after all. But this update was minor, we all know that, and we added just a bunch of like smaller quality of life changes, stuff like that, and some interesting stuff. For example, new weapon skins, Mamba and Nebula. These are really cool. I still use them up to this day. And also the new Elimination specific outfit, the Chunker, like that shot outfit. And this was highly requested by the community, even though it's a small change, that you can actually wear headgear with certain headwear. And
Oh yeah, that was nice.
yeah, this was definitely nice. And the Outlander Pack also made its comeback in this update. So yeah, this was 9.1. And maybe we can switch back to the game for a bit, chill out. I have still a few questions for you guys. What would you say that was your absolutely favorite update? And you can take it either from the player's perspective or from the developer's perspective. Like, what was the most fun to develop or play? Who wants to start? Maybe both. I mean, you have been quiet for a while, so go ahead.
There was like many of them. I loved the one when we released the Remy shotgun. Yeah, because I was really into shotguns, and they were weaker than we actually wanted. So we not only released this one, but reworked a little bit the parameters of them. So they started to pose a danger on a short distance, and yeah. I love the Remy itself a lot. So yeah, this was one of my favorites.
Nice, thank you. Who wants to follow up?
Johanny.
Cool. Well, I think I'm just gonna repeat myself, but yeah, for me it was really nice when we added the new gen support actually. Yeah.
Okay. For me, it was probably the Stalkers first, because the outfits were awesome. As it was mentioned already, we introduced the grenades, and I've spent weeks working on that feature, and it was there was a lot of stuff to cover. Like, for example, one of my favorite issues with the grenades that I've discovered, that if you went really close to the door or a wall and you threw the grenade, it gets spawned in your hands. So inside, which was a bit OP if you ask me. So yeah, and the outfits were awesome as well. So Stalkers for me.
That's right. Thank you. Now it's your time to share.
I already said.
Oh,
I can
I'm so
elaborate.
sorry. We are having a bit of a technical trouble on the game side, but we will figure it out in a second.
Cool.
So in the meantime, we will just have to talk actually.
Okay.
Since we already covered your favorite maps and favorite updates, maybe you can tell us a bit about your favorite loadouts, for example, or favorite weapons in general. And also you can take it from the developer's perspective. I think that Move will be actually the one that can talk the most when it comes to this.
I'm quite a lot into weapons, looking at their setup and such. So for me, I'm not that good at the game. You probably will eat me alive if I connect to public. So I'm not that good. So I usually choose the Remy I mentioned for a short distance and H-bar for the longer distance. Because it's semi-auto, I bit suck with timing of my shots with the bolt action rifles. So even though they are stronger, I choose like H-bar, and even if it's something like middle distance, I can still hit with it while running or doing some crazy jumps and stuff. So these two would be my loadout. I'm not that much into consumables, so let's say a grenade or two and some bandage or two, and that's it. I usually take plenty of ammo because I don't want to run dry. So that's it. If somebody kills me, he or she's usually happy because I work or crate after my character works as a source of ammo. So yeah, it's basically.
And I can also
like
see
this.
that finally our technical issues were sorted. So thank you guys behind the camera. But anyway, thank you so much.
That's my loadout. So nothing fancy, but usable, let's say.
Nice. Yeah, I actually am glad that you started this off because I know that you're really into guns even in real life. So
yeah, and I must say that I'm more shooter than looter, so I don't need free space for any loot because I gather only the rare items and don't care about the rest. And I don't want to be shot while looting. Nobody likes that, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's about it.
All right, thank you. Anyway, what about you, Johnny?
Yeah, I think one of my favorites is the Bugle, for obvious reasons, I would say.
Yeah, I have to agree.
But not because it's OP in the game, but because it's used by the French military, actually. So,
Obvious reasons. Okay.
So this obvious reason,
nice.
because I'm French, and it's a French, well, maybe not French, I have no idea, I'm not like
I think so.
Yeah, it's French also? Okay, the design is French. Good, I've learned something. So yeah, that's one of my favorite. And then like a few consumable, like the usual sweaty stuff. Armor plates, grenades, signal detectors, the whole pack.
That's the sweaty loadout.
I don't want to lose.
Anyway, so last person, Archie.
Okay, I like how the move set the Remy shotgun because I absolutely love the sounds of the weapon. However, I told it before, I'm rather sniper guy, so my to-go loadout is maybe Parker Hale or SVU. And as a secondary, I usually choose like AKM because it's odd reliable gun for me, and I always play with that. So yeah, and some consumables, maybe transmitters or fake guns just to throw people and such.
Nice, thank you. Before we continue, I just wanted to comment on a few things that are going on in the chat. Someone is saying lots of beer there in the background. Yes, actually, we are having our anniversary party as well. So we're actually streaming from the party, so you can see some of our colleagues outside enjoying beer and other beverages to celebrate because it's our 3rd anniversary this year actually. Today, exactly. And Iron Horsey is asking, did Forsythia fix the technical issues? Yes, thank you Forsythia for the amazing work. Forsythia will be actually having the second part of this stream, so you can look forward to that as well. Anyway, thank you for all of the happy anniversary wishes, guys, and we can jump back into the topics that we wanted to discuss. We have been playing for a while, so we can probably switch back to the updates. Cool. And update 9.1 was actually the last update that we called like update or season, and then we started with the Chronicles. Cool. So next up is Chronicles Vengeance. And this one was really cool. If we can just change the scene to the key art, yes, it looked absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Basically, we figured out that we do not want to continue with just the numbers because it can get boring over time. So this is actually much better, and from then on we are calling our major updates Chronicles actually. So when it comes to Vengeance, we released a new Battle Pass and a new shootout map, Kirsten.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Yeah, that was cool.
that was a big one. We actually teased Kirsten on our last anniversary stream, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was this like short video of the dam, and everyone was like, "Wow, what is that?" So then we released shootout. So how do you feel about that? Like, who wants to start?
Like for me, shootout. As I've said, I'm not the top-notch player. So the shootout on Kirsten is on a small area. So usually the players are much quicker than me. So I like the field canton or such terrains where I can like prepare, you know, where I can move tactically. And on Kirsten. On the other hand, I like the dam very much because it's dominant and we have no other map like this, so it's unique for me.
That's true, definitely, I agree with that. I was super stoked when I first saw Kirsten, like it was huge. And what about you guys? Anything to add about shootout on Kirsten?
Yeah, it was like really challenging to bring this to the game because, you know, it's a new map and hadn't did that in a while, and we had to like retest the whole map and such, like, and during that the development of that update we had to change our plan also because we were very ambitious at first, and we realized that we couldn't like release on time if we wouldn't make some changes and such. So yeah, that was a rough update to bring to the players, but yeah, I think like the addition of the new map, like it was well worth the troubles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was the sad part because originally we wanted to like release it as a full encounter.
Yeah.
And then like it's just obvious, you know, like the smaller part of the map will probably take less time to finish than the whole map. So we had to change our plans. But I actually think that what we did was great because it was like a good teaser for the whole map, but players were already able to enjoy it. So I think that it was actually good.
Yeah. We didn't want to keep it like for so long, so we wanted to release at least a part of the map ASAP.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was actually a good idea.
And I'm happy we did because I actually like the shootout on Kirsten. Let's say it's even more fast-paced than the normal version of it, and I like the gun mechanics in the game. So
I didn't say I don't like it. I just say that I need to improve to enjoy it more.
Gotcha.
Also, other things that we have added in the Chronicles Vengeance update is the flash grenades. That was also nice.
Yeah, that's a great addition, you know, because we wanted to give some tactical advantage to players that are not necessarily lethal, and you know, like, and this way you can bring a bunch of frag grenade, a bunch of flash grenades, and it's like all the way more grenades you have, so it's like more tools at your disposal to approach situations in the game. So yeah, and that was building on the foundations we've made for the fragmentation grenades, and then we've added some new effects and different things to make the grenade like non-lethal and stun you in a way and such. So yeah, that was like fun game design and fun implementation.
Righty. And you know what else we added? Actually the cassettes. The first set of cassettes. And that was huge also for the team, I would say, because this was the first time where we actually like introduced like lore
Into the game, yeah.
So yeah, how do you feel about the story in the first?
The lore was also like long-awaited feature. Players wanted some lore in the game. So yeah, and guys from my team, they were working on the cassette player basically, which is very nice as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can look at the cassettes and such. So yeah, I'm glad we have some lore. Sometimes listen to them just for fun.
Yes, absolutely. And it was also like an adventure to get this started because we needed voice actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But actually, for Cynthia and Filip, our brand manager, will be in the next part of the stream, so I guess that they will be talking about it a bit more. Because Filip is one of the people that were working on the cassettes the most. So I guess that we will leave this topic up to them. Anything else you would like to add to the Chronicles update? Like anything that comes to mind?
Well, that was definitely one of the high points, I think, since the last anniversary. Like like that update was really like, players were like super excited about it and playing a lot, and that was like super nice. Definitely good memories about it. The cosmetics were like very nice and super good looking.
The premium pack cosmetic.
Like those frogmen's uniform. Like to this date, I think that's like one of the uniforms we have in the game that have the most like triangles and that are like the most detailed. So really nice.
Absolutely.
Really
Like,
nice.
and the trailer as well. I think that the chat can actually see it also on the screen. Yes, it's there, so you can see how cool the trailer actually was. This was also like a big thing for our video team. We were making like special animations for that, even mockups. Like for example, the opening doors at the very beginning and stuff like that. Like it was huge for us as a team as well, not just for the community outside. So it was really amazing to just see this update come to life, basically. And then after Chronicles of Vengeance, we actually released another minor update. It was 10.1, and this was mostly just a Christmas update. Because was this the first time we introduced the Christmas maps, or no? I think not. It wasn't the first time, but we improved something definitely. So wasn't it the first time we introduced the winter shelter? Because yes.
No.
Snow in shelter.
I'm not sure. No. I don't think so. I think we were just improving the maps overall and adding more Christmas assets.
Okay.
That was this year we introduced the Halloween shelter.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. All right, my bad. But anyway, so there were the Christmas assets in shelter area as usual, and also in the maps as well. And we added snowballs into Elimination.
Snowballs. Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice touch.
Our first attempt at like special event inside of Elimination, and actually there is another one going on right now.
Yes.
The tomato fight.
Yeah.
So please, guys in the chat, let us know if you have had the chance to try it out yet, because I think it's absolutely amazing. Like when we were brainstorming the idea, we were like, oh wait, but we have snowball fights, so we can actually change it to tomatoes. And it should be quite easy. In the end, it wasn't that easy, I think, but...
There was some challenges in this, because the issue is that the snowball fight was based really on the old Elimination design, and it had changed a lot. So we had to actually go back and like re-implement the tomato fight as a standalone game mode in the game, so that we can even like trigger it on and off from server. So it's like quite nice. So we had to go back a few steps backwards. So it wasn't like just a cheap addition to do, but we actually had to put some work in it to make it work.
True that. And also fireworks. This was also the first time we introduced fireworks.
I love them.
Like, me too. And I think that we actually gave like 5 fireworks to each player or something like that, if I remember correctly.
A few of them. I don't remember the exact amount, like 3, 5, I don't know. But
something like that, because like we did not want it the same thing that happened with the mortar strikes that happened with the fireworks.
Okay, but we gave them to the challenges as rewards. So
a few of them.
Yeah, you were able to collect more of them, but we gave at least some like to each player, so they can celebrate New Year's or whatever they want. Then, other than that, we introduced some challenge system improvements. I mean, but we are improving these systems like constantly, I would say, even right now.
The challenge system is under heavy rework. It's still ongoing, to be fair, and there will be even some improvements in the future updates. So, it's gone a long way since it was just like the 3 progress bar on the map selection UI. So,
and also when we circle back to the Christmas maps, because I remember that when we introduced them first time, it was actually impossible for us to turn it on and off at will. So we actually had to wait for the next update, and it was there for quite a while, I think.
It is like this. We had Christmas for a couple of months, basically.
It started like end of November, ended early February. Because
so
that was the runtime for that update back then.
Yeah, I remember that some players actually weren't that happy about that. We
were making fun of us
for too long. At the same time, for example, me personally, I love Christmas, so I wasn't angry at all. But currently we have a new system in place, so we're actually able to like.
Now we can and that's like something we do more and more. We want to have more control on the game without necessarily updating the client, because this is really slow. It takes a while, and whenever we do it, it's like extra work, and it delays us for other things. So it's like not a good move. So we usually do it like for very specific situation that. Like, you know, when the game is really suffering a lot from it. So we try to have more and more control on servers to what's happening in the game. So yeah, that's something we do more and more. This is why we can now have those events in the game that are running now. And I think, yeah, it's for the better. Like, it makes the game more live and interesting, and there is always something to look out for.
All right, thank you. Before we jump into the next update, there is another giveaway coming your way. It will appear on the screen in a few seconds, and here it is. All right, so make sure to watch out for the codes for your platform if they weren't on the screen already. And we can probably move on because we are already halfway through our path, actually. Time flies when you're having fun. Anyway, let's see what do I have here. Also, I also wanted to remind you about another things, the community, I think, and it is that we have the Ultimate XP So she will surely take care of it. In the meantime, we have to keep on talking. I would just like to apologize to you guys in the chat because, you know, we are not streaming from our regular streaming room. This is completely new setup. We only had like a few hours to prepare all of this. So, yeah. And we have some interesting discussions going on in the chat. Someone spilled beer on the audio equipment. Is it okay? Perfect. We have a green light. Actually, no one spilled the beer, and we especially advised everyone to be careful and just like keep their beer, you know, with them at all times. Anyway, nice. We are good to go. Yeah, the Ultimate XP Apocalypse. I'm sure that all of you have already seen this on our social media. So yeah, just go ahead, go into the Outlands and have fun, but not before we end this stream, because you want to hear all of us talk about the updates, and we have some interesting data for you as well, maybe a meme competition. So yeah, stay tuned. Anyway, what else? Yeah, the giveaway already happened. I think that went fine, and we can jump into our next updates that we released after Christmas. And these, another Chronicles. This was Perseverance, Vikings.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one, and I think that most of us will have an opinion on this. To be fair, when we started with the game and like when we first released Vigor, there were many players asking for like Viking stuff in the game and stuff like that. And so with Chronicles Perseverance, we actually introduced them, and I think that the community was quite split when it comes to like how they viewed the cosmetics and stuff like that. So how do you guys feel about the Battle Pass?
Like for me, it was okay. It was something like fresh, new, you know, something completely new. I especially love the helmets with horns.
Oh yeah,
those and you know, and the clothing with the leather stripes and such. So yeah, I was kind of in the half that liked the update. quite a lot. So
Oh yeah, I mean for me it looked quite okay actually.
something unique in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
I definitely like the mix of like Viking stuff and denim. That was like really cool. Really like, I think it popped out really nicely, right? And those shields and such, like, no, there was some good stuff. And yeah, I do this. Good stuff.
I thought about Millie with this helmet, like with those horns came into my mind, but not easily implementable.
Oh
So
yeah, true that.
never made it to the game, but I was thinking about stuff.
I loved the shields though. And it
Yeah.
was actually
And the
like
shields, yeah.
one of the trailers that we made the live footage for a trailer itself. So the whole season was something different than we did before, just because we wanted to try it, and I think the results were very nice. So.
Also, when it comes to the content of Chronicles Perseverance, apart from the Bell Pass, we also introduced Kirsten as an encounter map.
Yeah.
So this was a big moment. Finally, the map was ready, and we were able to release it to players. And I think that it was received nicely, and it's a really nice map.
There was lots of effort put
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
map, like by the whole team. So I was really glad that we released that one.
Anything else you would like to add to Kirsten? Fun fact, it's actually inspired by a dam that is located here in the Czech Republic. If someone didn't know that.
Yeah, even the lab that is underneath, like, it's called the farm, and it's also like, it's from that place in Czech Republic.
Nice.
So,
Also, new cassette tapes with new stories this time. Then the improvised mine. Yes.
oh, the infamous.
Yeah, the infamous improvised mine. I mean, this looks like stuff from Nightmares, actually. Like,
Yeah.
but it looks cool, definitely. And we also tweaked the shotguns and sniper rifles, and Brotherhood of Soul pack was released.
And this is in this one that the Remington was added to the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is roughly the time when we started like tweaking weapons more like by family and with like more design intention in mind when doing so, right? Oof, you should probably speak more about that.
Yeah, that's true. We took a lot more like analytical approach. So we analyzed each weapon, like a lot of parameters that are configurable with each weapon, and decided how it should behave. Made design and tweak the weapon according to this. And for sure we will continue with that approach, like to improve the gunplay, and so the gunplay is like more fun over time. Yeah.
Nice. Alrighty. Anything else you guys would like to add?
About season 11.
And also, like, you guys in the chat, if you have any questions or maybe you would like to say something, make sure to write it down. We can see the chat right here. So we would like to hear your opinions and questions as well. Anyway, so nothing else? So, how do you usually dress up in the Outlands? Like, do you go for the flashy outfits that we release like with the big seasons, or like are you wearing the raincoat, or like what is your go-to like wardrobe choice?
I prefer usually to just use like the most recent cosmetics we've added to the game, you know, trying to make a bit of promotion of how cool they look.
Oh, okay. So you have the developer's badge and also the freshest. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know.
That's nice. So what about you guys?
Yeah, for me mostly because I'm a bit into military and stuff, so I usually use some military clothing and sometimes combine it with some accessories with like from the recent season release. So take helmet with horns or whatever. So usually combine it like this, but nothing that fancy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
I'm constantly swapping the outfits, but usually the outfits that I like the most are the hunters, the stalkers, and the frogmen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the frogman definitely. Yeah, that one is cool. But if you want to be really cheeky, you can always like dress up as a raincoat, and then it's even more fun. Anyway, another update was 11.1, and it's actually interesting because usually we release just one minor update in between seasons, but after Chronicles Perseverance we actually released 2 minor updates. So first one was 11.1, where we reintroduced the Junkers. Actually, so we released in the Legacy season, it was Legacy Season 6, Junkers. Then we already, this was the time where we were tweaking the pricing of crowns and some of the premium packs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Changing the value of.
And it was actually, I think, a really good choice.
It was definitely like since we've done this, players are like enjoying cosmetics a bit more, and we can see it in our analytics that like more players are, you know, jumping the gap and trying to look fancy in the Outlands and such. So that's pretty cool.
And also another really small addition, but I think that it was needed, is the option to skip the tracks in the shelter music player. Because up until then it wasn't possible, and people weren't liking it, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, it was nice quality of life edition.
Absolutely. Alrighty, so this was 11.1, and then we released another minor update, 11.2. This is where we brought mercenaries back into the game. So this was Legacy Season 7 actually. Not much else was added. Like, as always, we introduced a few fixes and improvements, but this minor update was mostly focused on the Legacy season. And I actually think that this was also because there has been like a long period of time between the major seasons, major updates.
And we did like some polishing of the game that we wanted to deliver to the players, bug fixes and such. So we basically decided to deliver the points to update to push the fixes to the players. So it's more polished, and it's the quality of life changes better. So yes.
All right. Before we move to the next update. 2 updates. We have 2 updates left and around 10 minutes in our part of the stream. So we are nearing the end. We should probably do our last giveaway, so I will just ask for the giveaway code. Here it is. All right, thank you so much. Still small issues with the technical stuff, but at least you can see the code on the screen. Yes, perfect. Thank you guys behind the camera. And before we jump into the last 2 updates, is there anything you would like to add or speak about during our half of the stream?
I don't know. I saw in the chat some mention about like my T-shirt, so maybe I can address that. It was actually from a team building that was organized by our company, where we went into the forest and we learned about survival. So it was like really like Vigor in real life. That was quite fun. We slept outside and we had to build our own shelter with some tarps and cordage and such. So that was like a very interesting experience. So if you like game dev and you want to have cool team buildings like us, well, you should join us.
Well, it was definitely an experience, that's for sure. We have a few people in the chat stressing about the giveaway codes also, so don't worry, there will be more giveaways also in the second part of the stream. We are not done yet, only our part. So we will be actually welcoming, Jesus, I cannot talk today, welcoming more developers on the stream. So you can look forward to more giveaways in the second half of the stream. But we still have a few things to cover before we leave today. So this brings us to the last Chronicles so far. I mean, not completely
latest,
last.
maybe.
Latest, yes, that's the word. Absolution. So this is our like most recent major update. So I guess that we all remember most of the stuff that we released. So apart from the new Battle Pass, we also introduced extra levels to the Battle Pass. So with Absolution we have 75 levels instead of just 50. So how do you feel about this change, or what would you say was the reason behind it?
Well, it's mostly producing reasons, right? The reason is that this year we decided to do less updates because we needed more time to make those updates more meaningful and more impactful. Like the year 2021, we were rushing updates to the point that we had like roughly 3 weeks to implement all the new features and then some time to test, stabilize, and bug fix. That was like really too fast, and we couldn't do anything meaningful into the game because in 3 weeks we had barely time to think about what to do and then implement it. So yeah, we are always like trying to like look into something we could ship in that time, and that was like not the best we could do for the game. And so going into 2022, we decided to slow down a bit. And that's like the major reason why we decided to go with 75 levels, so that players have something to do in the game for that extended period of time, and we have more time in our updates to actually do something more meaningful. And I think you can feel it, that the updates in 2022 are like more packed, and there is more interesting content, and it changes more things, you know, like the maybe I shouldn't spoil what's in, I don't know, whatever, you already know it exists already, right? So, but yeah, like the changes to the elimination and even like changes to challenges that are taking some time, and there is even some more ambitious stuff that we are working on at the moment that will be available in future updates. So yeah.
Nice, you're absolutely correct, and you can even see that with Absolution, like there is bunch of really big stuff that we wanted to introduce for a while. So actually having more time to produce the updates definitely helps, 100%. Before we jump into the contents, maybe we can look at the key art for a bit. And so what do you guys think about the cosmetics that we introduced in Absolution? Like this was requested by the community to a certain degree, because like we wanted some stuff for winter maps, still make it a bit like, you know, tactical, I would say.
Yeah.
So for me, this was a really exciting update, but I don't know, how about you guys?
Yeah, the cosmetics are really cool. I love the key art, really.
Yes, this one looks awesome.
Probably we'll make a wallpaper from that for some time. Yeah. The backpacks are a bit bulky for me when I want to hide in the bushes. But on the other hand, like the clothing and the glasses, like really cool.
True that.
Yeah, also the beard. We added like finally some beard in the
almost
game, you know,
forgot
because
about that.
we have like an army of bald people in the game, and you know, usually when you're bald, you want to show off that you can still grow hair on your face, you know.
Yeah.
So we had to compensate, I guess. Oh my god, I'm gonna have no friends.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, this was exciting. Like, wow. The community has been asking for beards for ages. Like literally since we released the game, it was always like beards when. Alright, another thing that was added was new elimination map, Fish Factory.
Yeah,
Yes.
like pretty cool, because like Elimination had a single map since its introduction, and we wanted to add more maps, so we decided to, you know, because we just added Kerstin, and so we wanted to add something to Elimination, but not like redo the whole thing. And players, the community was really requesting new maps for Elimination a lot, so we decided to find some good spots in an existing map and polish them to the point that they can be used as Elimination map.
Yes. And still some exciting things. Wow, this was a packed update. Radioactive Grenades. Wow, this was a big one. Like I know that we always give the game to our partners in advance so they can try it out and also stream it to show it to our players before. And I remember that there were so many discussions about like the radiation grenades and how overpowered they will be and stuff like that, which in the end isn't that much true.
Yeah, like when we
almost
look,
at all, I rarely see them in the encounters.
when we look at our statistics, like the amount of kills made by rad grenades is like kind of low, right? And it's like, I think if we nerf them, they will completely become useless, which isn't what we want. Like, we want them to still be usable in the game. Like, they don't kill that many people, and so they still provide some good tactical options in the game. So I would say they are in a good spot at the moment. They are not too strong to the point where you cannot counter them, because you still have iodine and you still have like those tools you have to protect you against radiation.
I like the tactical approach as well, because if somebody is, for example, hidden in the house and you throw normal frag grenade inside, it doesn't have to kill him because the radius is not that big. He can be in another room or whatever. But if you throw the radiation grenade, it forces the player to run away, and then you gain the tactical advantage, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's basically area denial weapon, so it's not meant to kill, so it's actually good that our statistics show that they don't kill that much, but you can force out people from some area, so yeah.
Maybe we can switch back to the key art, please. I think that we have some issues with the trailer. Yes, thank you. Yes, so we covered the radioactive grenades, and as always with the Chronicles so far, we also introduced the cassette tapes. This time they were available in the points of interest in the
that's in this update we changed that? Yeah, cool.
This was also a really good idea, I think.
Yeah, because you used to unlock them just
Through the battle pass,
through the battle pass, and the feedback from players was that, well, you get them for free and it's like not so rewarding, and I mean, that fair point. And we went back to like brainstorm again to how we can make them like more interesting and really like try to integrate them, like change the way they are distributed so that they are like an actual reward and that they feel more rewarding, and you need to do some things extra to get them, so we decided to put them in loot events. And that was also a way to make sure that the lore would be available to players for the future, because if we tie them just to the battle pass, the problem is that when the battle pass goes out of rotation, it's you cannot obtain those cassettes anymore, right? And because we put so much effort in making those cassettes, writing the stories, recording the voices, editing the sound and such, like it takes time, it takes a lot of energy from the team, and we wanted to really like capitalize on those. So we decided that with this system you will also be able to get the cassettes from the previous seasons, right? So yeah, I think it was a nice move.
Alright, we still have a few minutes left, so let's cover the last update, a minor one, 12.1, where we released Legacy Season 8, Trappers. So we actually started this stream with the Battle Pass Season 8, Trappers, and now we are ending it with Trappers as well.
Nice.
Full cycle.
So this time we added a huge pool of new challenges. Actually, so that was huge. Also, the report system.
Yeah, we're watching you.
Exactly. Drop shooting was mitigated. We reworked the stagger functionality as well.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Game guide was improved. It looks much better now. I think that it's much more useful for the new players. We updated the UI and elimination mode, so that was also a fun addition. And we have a new premium pack as well, Expedition Absolution.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. This was our last update up until now. So we are actually ending our update reviews. We have a few last minutes, so is there anything you would like to say to our community before we leave the spot for the next group of developers?
I would for sure thank the community for the never-ending feedback and for driving us forward. We were here the last year and time flies, another year with this wonderful game. So thanks a lot guys for a lot of inspiration and never-ending support. Thanks a lot.
I would like to thank you all as well, because I often play outside with you when I come home and I have a spare time, or I am also receiving a lot of reports from you guys, like about issues that should be addressed, and it's way easier for us to address these issues when we know about them. So it's been a huge help, and you've been awesome, and thank you very much.
Oh, how can I continue on that? Yeah, thank you for the support, thank you for all the feedback. We are very much looking into everything you say, and like it's really like helping us moving forward. And yeah, keep playing the game, keep having fun. We make sure you keep having new content coming your way, and yeah, that's it. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys. So I'm the last one. I think that everything was said. I would just like to say that I have seen this community grow from the very beginning up until now, and it has been an amazing journey. It's absolutely amazing, and I cannot believe that we're actually sitting here celebrating the 3rd anniversary of Vigor. It's just wonderful, and I'm so glad that I can see all of you here in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat, Facebook chat, and also in the Outlands as well. So I hope that I will keep on seeing you. Stay vigorous, and we will leave the spot, and we will welcome another set of developers here. All right, thank you, and see you in the Outlands.
Ciao. Ciao.
Hey Outlanders! So as you know, we're celebrating our 3rd anniversary this year, which is amazing, and we wanted to show you a little bit of how the Vigor workplace looks like. So we're gonna chat a little bit with the team, ask them a few questions. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Alright, so we're here, we're approaching the marketing office. It's also the office that I'm in, but we still gotta knock to be polite.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, so
Okay.
sorry to be disturbing you, but we'll try and make this quick. We're filming a quick video for the community to see how our office and working space looks like.
That's
So, Tony, could you quickly introduce yourself? Then I'm going to ask you a real quick question as well.
All right, for sure. Hey guys, I'm Tony, marketing specialist for Vigor. Usually work on some update blogs, change logs, and sometimes we get to do some cool stuff with trailers and lore.
Alright. So, Tony, real quick, if you had to choose a map to live in the Outlands, which one would it be and why?
Easy. Field content. Why? Vikings. That's easy. I'll join the Vikings.
Alright, great, thank you so much. And now we've also got Petr with us. Hi, Petr.
Hello.
Uh,
everybody.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're working on as well right now?
So my name is Petr. I'm a graphic designer for Vigor team, and actually right now I'm working on an invitation for our anniversary stream next week.
Alright, so it's still a work in progress.
It's still work in progress. Maybe it will not end up like this, but you actually can see that like right now I'm working on something that may not go out like in the same way.
Alright, so let's go see what's happening in the kitchen. Oh, hey Tom, how's
Hey,
it going?
Anjanette. I'm testing the connectivity issues with the switch.
Alright, could you please let us know how it's going as a QA tester, since you are testing the connectivity settings? How's that going for you right now?
Well, we had some problems, but we're working on it.
Alright, and could we see what's going on in the screen right now?
No, I'm sorry, this is the dev build. I can't show you the dev build.
Alright, understood, completely fine. Well, thank you for your time, Tom, and we're going to check out other offices too,
All right.
and what other people are doing.
Take care.
You too. Alright, so we're going to be heading into our designers department right now, so let's have a look and see who we could quickly talk to right now. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi, Sebi.
Welcome to the Shark office.
Thank you. So Sebi, since you're here right now and you very conveniently said hi to me, I would like to ask you a few questions. So first off, what do you do with the Vigor team?
Right, so this is the Shark office, this is the designer office. I'm a junior designer on Vigor. Right now I'm setting up new cosmetics for you guys. And other than that, we come up with all the new tools, new mechanics, new stuff for the game, and then we share our vision with the rest of the team and they actually make it reality.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Sebi. And I wanted to ask you, since you have a lot of interesting knickknacks on your table, which one do you like the best? Which one is your favorite in particular?
It's a tough question. So, right now, just because it's the newest, I would probably say the Gundam, that's Jagan Equus type. I like to pose him every morning just because it's fun. But overall, I would say the Papercraft Shelter with the tiny Outlanders. Because I used to do a lot of papercraft when I was little with my grandfather, and it's a nice way to remember him.
Great. Okay, thank you so much, Sebi.
You're welcome.
We're not going to take up any more of your time.
All right.
Let's try and see who else we have today. Maybe Filip. Hi,
Hello.
Filip.
Hi.
So the community has already seen you in a couple of streams, but could you please let us know what you do with the Vigor team?
Well, I am a designer as well as Sebi, and right now I'm working on some new things and some tweaks to the tutorial.
All right, so now we're going into the unicorn's office. Let's knock and see who we have to chat with today. Hello? Hey, Lars. Hey, so just quickly wanted to ask you, what is it you do for the Vigor team?
Well, yeah, my name's Lars. I'm a gameplay programmer, and as gameplay programmers, we take care of the sort of the core mechanisms in the game. So, like shooting, the shooting mechanics, the inventory system, the character system, all of that. And of course, since we're working on Vigor, we take a lot of time and effort to develop new types of bugs that really like push the boundaries, and yeah, that's most of what we do.
All right, thanks. And you are also the grenade master, as far as I understood.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I actually have this little grenade thingy here, which I'm using as a cable manager. It's usually behind my desk, but yes, it's quite nice.
All right, thank you so much, Lars.
No problem.
All right, let's see. Maybe we could speak to Michal. Hi, Michal.
Hey there.
Hey, so just really quickly wanted to ask you, what is it you do for the Vigor team?
Well, I'm what was used to call scripter, now it's a technical designer, so we do sort of programming, but it's on a higher level, which means we usually deal with things like connecting things to the UI so that the player can actually see what the game does. Also working on some higher level game mechanics and debugging and stuff like that.
Thank you so much, Michal, for sharing this bit of information about yourself and your work as well. So we'll see you around, okay?
See ya.
Thank you. All right, so let's have a look at our programmers team. I believe they're really busy, but I think we could try and bump into one of them at least. Hello, Dmitry.
Hey.
So, could you tell us a little bit about your position and what you do with the Vigor team?
I'm a senior programmer in Vigor, but not in the gameplay, mainly backend part and the build system. And sometimes, for example, I work on cloud.
Oh, wow, that's an amazing pillow there that we actually just noticed now. And one quick question for you, Dmitry. If you wake up in the tunnel, in the Outlands, you know, that specific tunnel, what is the first thing that you would do?
First, I'll heal myself, pick up everything, go to the shelter, and never went to any other maps not to get shot with other Outlanders.
All right, that's a great response, honestly. Thank you so much for your time, Dmitry.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, so now on to our producer's office. Let's see who we have to chat with today. Hello. Hey.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. So, we have Zvinya with us today.
Hello.
So, Zvinya, could you briefly tell us what you do with the Vigor team?
Okay, welcome to Producer's Office. What we are doing is taking care of team. We are planning releases, communicating with outside companies, so a little bit of inside and outside communication, planning meetings, and basically taking care of a little bit of everything.
All right. Great. Thank you, Svinia. So, could you tell us what your favorite or go-to loadout would be for Vigor?
Yeah, for me it would be Rami because I'm very bad at aiming, and also AKSU because that was basically the first weapon I was here to implement. So yeah, that was my favorite as well.
All right, great. Thank you, Svinia. And now we also have Pyrit with us.
Hello.
Hi, Pyrit. So could you also briefly tell the community what is it you're up to usually with your position?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I'm a producer as well, but you probably remember me as a social media manager. I'm actually quite new in this position because I started like 2 months back. So I mostly take care of the inside stuff. I take care of tasks, and I am the person that is supposed to take care of if everything is on track, and that's basically it.
All right, great, thank you. And I see that you have some really interesting knickknacks on your table, specifically the dice. So could you briefly tell us about that?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we play D&D in our free time with a few people from the office. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We have our own Hellfire Club, basically.
All right, great. Thank you so much for your time, Pyrit. We'll be heading out now. Thanks for the quick chat, and we'll see you around.
See ya.
Thank you. All right, and here's our QA office as well. Hello, Fina. All right. All right, okay. Okay, so now on to the final team. It is the audio team. All right, so let's go in. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Tom. Okay.
Hello, guys.
So Tom, we just wanted to briefly ask you, what is it you do with the Vigor team?
Okay, so in Bohemia Interactive, I work as a lead song designer, which means I sort of take care of all the projects which Bohemia is working on, and Vigor is one of these projects.
All right, great. So I also wanted to ask you, what is your favorite sound or sound cue in the game, in Vigor?
So from the top of my head, lately we were working on like a complicated animation, relatively, when there is a big crane, when like rewards boxes are coming to the player when he's very successful, and it was like a complex amount of sounds, and we are very happy with the results because it's like a long, and I think it went quite well actually.
I think it went well too. The community is actually in love with the animation and the audio that comes with the crane and the sound of the crane and the audio of the rewards dropping out. So I think that that's great. Thank you so much, Tom,
Thank
for
you
your
for that.
time.
Yeah, thank you very much as well.
All right, so we'll be seeing
Bye-bye.
you around.
Thank you.
All right, so that's it with the few members of our team. We hope that you enjoyed it, and we should be getting back to the stream real soon, right after this video ends, so we'll see you there. All right, welcome back, Outlanders. We hope that you were able to watch that small walkthrough video that we did. Just to get things straight, it wasn't live, it was pre-recorded, and we did it on purpose. We wanted to show how the workplace looked like, so we hope you were able to catch that. But yeah, that was a really brief note from me. Anyway, let's introduce ourselves, shall we? So, my name is Forsythia. I'm a community manager for Vigor, and with me today I have 3 guests. We have Alex over there, who you might know as Sweet Tsunami.
This is Alex.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Welcome here.
Yeah, welcome. And we have Jonáš with us, who is our numbers guy / analyst.
Hello.
And later on, actually, we'll be featuring some data that Jonáš was able to gather for us, so we hope that you will keep an eye out for that. And we also have Filip, who is the marketing and brand manager for Vigor.
Hello. Hello.
All right, so Okay, so this is the second half of the stream and we'll be going on for about an hour. You were able to, well, our Outlanders were able to see some updates that we had since our last anniversary. And this time we have a bit of different, like, arrangement for you. We will be having some data from Jonáš, as I mentioned. I'll be asking some questions to our devs as well regarding the game. And we've also got some spicy memes to check out with you Outlanders. Yes, spicy. Some of you might have already seen them, but you know, we want to give it a shot and show it here on the stream as well. Some of our devs may not have seen them, and we'll actually be rating them from 1 to 5, with 1 being the worst and 5 being the best.
So like, get ready.
Oh yeah, like, so, I mean, I did a courtesy and didn't name the credit of the, like, I didn't credit the authors of the memes. Well,
they will know.
They will know, that's what I mean, they know who they are. And yeah, and we'll also have a few announcements for you and a few reminders for you as well, because we have some special anniversary stuff that we prepared for you. All right, so we can jump right in. Let's start with Jonáš's data. All right, so Jonáš, I believe that when you showed us this data, it had something to do with the lighthouse and islands.
Does it look like a lighthouse? Yeah,
it does.
This is that elimination map on islands. Islands like it's a sub-level.
The lighthouse is sub-level of the islands.
And the red dots are dead defenders, and the blue dots are dead attackers. You can see like the staircase and those two like plateaus where everyone gets shot. Yeah, I like this one the most because it has this nice spiral staircase.
Oh yeah, so we could basically visualize how many people have died being in the stairs. Yeah, being in the stairs using the banister.
This is like data from whole last weekend, since Friday to Sunday evening. I think it has approximately a zillion dots in there.
Yeah,
that's a lot of dots.
Yeah,
it looks like carnage. Like a lot of deaths happened over the weekend in this sub-level of islands, or Anakin, as the community might know it.
So I mean, like main takeaways is like don't stand directly in front of the doors. Maybe keep away from the bridge on the left side when you're the defender. I think you can figure it out.
Yeah, so this is interesting data and also something for the community to keep an eye out for, thanks to Jonáš. So you can now try to avoid some hotspots, perhaps, as he said.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's like try to not die on the map.
It's
a nice tip.
Just don't die.
Yeah, just don't die, basically.
Hashtag Vigor tips. All right, so we could go on to the next set of data that Jonáš shared with us, perhaps. Now
this is very far from me, but this is the one of the newer elimination maps. This is you start either at one house or at the second house. This is at the fish factory, the level with the house with scaffolding.
The village level.
Yeah, the village level. It's called village. As you can see, many people die on the roofs, but like it's also advantageous to get onto the roof.
So it's a 50-50 chance. Like
no,
you get it's not?
Important thing, it's not 50-50.
Oh,
like
so
defenders on all like fish factory maps, defenders win about 54% of matches.
Wow.
Or rounds.
Oh, that's a twist.
I wasn't expecting
like,
that.
It can be 50-50, right?
All right. Well, that's great. The chat's actually going on about, well, they were seeing the Elimination Islands map sub-level with the lighthouse, and they were talking about the hotspots. So that's quite interesting. It seems that everyone agrees that the stairs were deadly.
It's because of the flag.
I think so, yeah.
It spawns right under it, so
yeah,
that's the most frequent spot.
The most advantageous would be just don't die.
That's the biggest advantage.
Yeah.
Not dying wins the games.
We also have a question from our chat. What's the difference between the red and the blue dots?
Oh yeah, so every arena in Fiske Fabrik has 2 teams, and one is designed in elimination, yeah, and one is designed as defender and attacker. I don't think it's mentioned anywhere in the game.
No.
It's just in-game data.
Yeah, you can't really know that, but it's implemented in such a way that one side is attackers and other side is defenders.
And defenders
so the spawns are always correct.
Alright, well we've got more data from Jonáš, but real briefly, because we were having a short break and people watched the walkthrough video, we could probably do a giveaway for our community, because we were giving away some crowns. So yeah, feel free to redeem them, chat. You could see them on your screens. This time it's for Nintendo Switch. Those of you who are in the EU region can claim these codes. So good luck to all of you. Hopefully you'll be able to snag one. Alright, and so we could probably check what else the chat has to say before we go on to more data from Jonáš. Alright. There are some jokes about our partners and which dots they may be representing on the data. Which
it's like you can know if you died there.
And you
it's the only
remember.
dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some like outliers, like how did you get there?
In some rooftops in the fish fabric.
Oh yeah, alright. So maybe we could go and see more data from Jonáš. This is another one from
this one is good.
Fiske. It's the warehouse.
Yeah, this is Fiske, and it's the level with Molo. Warehouse?
Yeah, it's warehouse.
That's warehouse, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the defenders start behind the, what is it, some sort of shop?
Yeah, it's some sort of market with
the
trees and the
behind
ground
the
next to it.
supermarket, like those blue dots are on the left side.
And those are the people sniped from the other side of the warehouse
Yeah.
at the start of the round usually.
And the big red field to the left, right now to the left, that's those smart people who go directly to the left and get shot.
Okay. Alright, anticlimactic.
Yeah, well, it's suicidal to go beyond that corner, usually.
Alright. Great. So if anyone's got any questions about data, please feel free to put them in the chat. There is something funny in the chat saying that Fiske Fabrik is guaranteed to leave. You're guaranteed to leave walking funny and not in a good way. Alright, I mean, I guess if you die too many times, then you can't really get up properly.
Probably.
So there's that. And we've got some Outlanders saying that they got one of the codes. Good job, congratulations on that. That was great.
GG.
Alright, and then one last talking point, which is one last data from Jonáš.
This is my favorite one. This is Factory, sublevel in Fish Factory. This is my favorite because I did not know that you can get on the blue roof in there. Like I never got there in playtest, and you get there by jumping on the bulldozer and then to the roof and then to the roof. I tried it today. It's actually doable.
Oh.
But I had no idea.
It's a good spot.
I had no idea.
Not a good JPM.
Yeah. And unfortunately I wasn't able to prepare it for the stream, but I know, Jonáš, that you had some data as well on the longest snipe. I think
that was a good one.
It was 747 meters, I believe.
It's like that airplane. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's in Fjellkanten.
I think it's
across the mountain.
Yeah.
From the helicopter to the northeast exit.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a shame that I wasn't able to prepare a visualization. I know Jonáš did, but it was really hectic today, so really sorry about that. But maybe we could try and see if we could share it sometime in our socials. We'll see what we could do about that. Are there any other interesting data or numbers that you prepared for us today, Jonáš?
Yeah, like today, as I said, I was going through like those irregularities in eliminations. What I find most interesting is that all the maps are like 54-46 probability of defender winning.
Okay.
It's
so
like,
it's not.
I'm really amused.
Okay.
It's
So
like in chess. In chess, white has also like 54 chance.
yeah. So it's about tactics and strategy still, like to push it more towards.
No, it's always to some extent, but some spawns are more beneficial because you get to the corners sooner and you can see your opponents picking out because they have no way to get there sooner.
Yeah, that's true. We've got a question from chat asking what's the longest time we have for bush camping, but I don't think we track that data, do we?
I did it actually once. It was called most popular camping spots. I was like measuring people who didn't move for more than 1 minute and did the map. It was kind of interesting, like map of bushes.
Map of bushes.
So we know where all the bush rookies are hiding usually.
Yeah,
in the bushes.
Every bush, all of them, no matter the size.
I think we kind of fixed one exit because of that, but that's a long time ago.
I think so too, and I think we also lessened some bushes on Fjallkanten, but it was also a long time ago, so there's that. Alright, so that's it for the data part. So what else do we have? I wanted to ask our devs some questions, which our community probably also usually asks. We have one community member who always asks this question, and I thought it was a great one, so I wanted to ask it to all of you here with me today. So it would be, what is your favorite aspect of the Vigor community and why? It's a bit challenging, I know.
Yeah,
but
it's a challenging question.
So who would like to go first?
I can go first, of course. I've been kind of silent since the data were amazing to watch. I always like that the community can give us a lot of ideas. They can be very creative with that and also with all the feedback. That's basically the most important part for us, that we can listen to them and also communicate with them a lot. And some of the creations, YouTube videos and stuff that they make is also really amazing. And I think that everyone from the team really appreciates all the memes that they keep on coming. We have these meetings every week where we share the feedback with the rest of the dev team. And we always feature a couple of the meme videos at the end, so it's not that serious at the end. So that's something that everyone appreciates about the community as well. And you can continue, guys, if you have anything else.
I appreciate people who try to break the game and then post videos online. That's really helpful. Thank you, I guess.
Alright, thank you, Jonáš. And what about you, Alex?
Well, it's similar all the time that I like how they interact with the Outlands and with us. But lately that they actually survived the LMG. And I like how the amount of posts on Reddit reduced quite substantially last few days about the LMGs.
Oh yeah, we heard a lot from our community about
this is very interesting part about the Vigor community, at least from my perspective.
Vaněk, that's fair and valid. Thank you for that. Before we move on to our next topic, I wanted to address a question on the stream regarding double XP. It's actually working, and maybe now would be the right time to squeeze in a small reminder that because it's our anniversary event, we are having the Ultimate XP Apocalypse going on right now in the Outlands. Yes, the Ultimate XP Apocalypse. And so boosters are 50% off in encounters and shootout, and you also get double XP, even though you might not be seeing a marker about it. If you actually count your XP, usually if you count your XP for kills, it's doubled this time. So it doesn't show you that, but if you count, it's actually truly doubled. And we've also got a tomato fight going on, which we will talk about a little bit more later, but it's basically this cool game mode that actually was a community idea, as mentioned earlier in the first part of the stream, that it spawned out of snowball fights that we had during Christmas. So now you can kill each other with tomatoes as well. So yeah.
And let's go tomatoes.
Yeah, Vigor is tomato and tomato is Vigor. Yeah. All right.
It was never about Falknivans.
It was never about what? Sorry.
About Falknivans.
Oh yeah, no, it was never about that. We ain't talking about that right now. All right, and we actually have our papers over here. I believe I gave them to our guests beforehand. But we will be having a meme review shortly. We all love memes, as Filip mentioned earlier. We like to look at them and laugh because sometimes the world just gets too serious and we need something to make us feel better. So we actually really appreciate the memes. Maybe we could start with the first meme. This was from Reddit, and so the guests, could you please grab the papers that you have and try to rate it. I don't know if you could see it very clearly, I hope you can. With 1 being the worst and 5 being the best, and then we could show them to the camera and then we could discuss why. And maybe the community too, yeah, feel free to tell us what you think about these memes. This one specifically, right now.
We do it at the same time.
If you want to, sure, but you can do it now if you want, like just show them now if you want.
3, 2, 1.
Go. All right. Okay. 4, 4, 3.
Good enough.
It was good, I guess. This would also get a 3.
It's not the best 249, but it's a good one.
Yeah, there were funnier memes regarding the M249 for sure.
I think so.
And let's see what the chat has to say. Some of them said this is a 5. Some of them said this is a 2. So it's quite mixed. I think that like 3 is a solid middle, which is why I picked it, and I guess you did too.
It's the simple choice.
It is. When you don't know what to do, just go for mid. All right. So Alex, do you want to elaborate further on why you said that you found other memes funnier about M249 and this?
Well, because other were usually mixed with jump shooting or like straight up killing, but this is more a meme to the people who were running around the Outlands and deleting all M249s they found. So I think it's a good one, but it's not the best M249 one. At least for me.
All right, fair. And what about you, Jonáš? Do you think that there could be better memes about the M249?
No, they're all right.
They're all right. Okay, all right, that's fine. And Filip, well, it's up to you if you want to comment on it.
No, I basically agree with you that like there were some better memes, but also definitely some worse ones. So this is like a solid middle ground, I would say.
Yeah, since we are expert critics, like.
Oh yeah. And we can then go maybe to the next meme, please.
Go ahead.
This one is more about the team. This meme format has been around for a while, but I think that this is the first time I've seen it be about us as a team, which is like, okay, so there are a lot of things we need to work on and improve on, but we are working on them. But it's normal that a community can be split, which ours is usually split anyway on feedback. So if you have your ratings ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, this is pretty.
This is top.
Yeah, we know the winner probably.
Top tier. But there are more memes than this. They're like, we'll have a couple more.
Well, we don't know how many are there, but
this is the second one. We have 4 in total. So this is the second one.
Okay, I think it will be hard to contest this one.
Oh no. Okay, we'll see about that.
Well, it's like you can't get better than 3 5s, right?
Oh, but you know, not like you could have.
Can I get a little plus? Or more numbers?
Okay, sure, if you want to, you could get creative about that.
I like about this one most that people know Islands Dash.
Okay,
usually it's like forgotten game in some communities, but
it's great that our community, because I guess a lot of the Vigor community members also keep an eye out on Bohemia Interactive in total. Yeah, so I guess that's also why they keep Islands in mind, which is great. It's good for us as a company, so thank you for that. we could see a lot of people in the chat saying that meme is the best 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like the ceiling. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's gonna be next.
I also feel that like we Czechs really like to like make fun of ourselves. That's why it's such a good meme, because it's targeting basically us. So that's why we can laugh about it a lot, because that's like a Czech humor on point.
Okay. I'm not Czech myself, but I feel like it's just good in general to laugh about the things that you do every now and then. And
It's like you have to if you want to stay sane.
right? Yeah. So that's our coping mechanism.
Yeah, copium pretty much.
And what do you think, Jonáš? Any comments you want to add on this?
I'm not sure whether it's accurate, but it's definitely funny.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
True.
Oh my god. Alright. And lots of people in the chat are actually amazed or complimenting us on our capability of laughing about ourselves or about the team in general, which, yeah, I mean, I think that, like Alex said, you gotta stay sane somehow, so you gotta laugh.
Well, we could rate it 1 because we have like the tongue there, but like we are not like that.
Not yet, maybe. We'll see about that.
We'll see next season.
Alright.
Spoiler alert.
Oh no, no spoilers, please. Even though the community is asking for them, don't give in. Stay strong.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just say that it's not a dinosaur skin.
Oh yeah, they were like...
What is it about dinosaur skins?
I don't know. I've seen it in the chat, like even in the first.
You need to give us some examples on how you imagine dinosaurs. Should it be made out of dinosaurs?
Or should we have like spikes on the backpack like a stegosaurus? Like, could you tell us? Like...
Please elaborate.
Well, you know, we always take community ideas and feedback into account, even when we make our changes, make our additions, and also our battle pass cosmetics. So, you know, if you're very detailed and if you start a conversation about it, we actually will go through it and read it and talk about it. So,
probably.
Hint, hint, if you want ideas, just say it and we'll probably look into it. Alright, so maybe we could then go on to the next meme. Right, this might be a little bit small to read.
I can't really read it.
Okay, so it's a pie chart and it says people who believe in Noob Shield. The blue, which is a minority, is I believe in it 100%. I keep getting headshot by new players. And the larger part of the pie chart, which is orange, no such thing as Noob Shield. Do you really think that Vigor can make something without breaking it?
Bro, I think we should just implement it already. Should be consumable, that just ricochets bullets. It costs crowns to refill in the match. Something like that. Then we can start talking.
Yeah, that would actually be probably a hilarious addition, but you know, we gotta think about it. But please do prepare your ratings, and then when you're ready, we can show them to the chat together. I'll be counting down. So I guess you're ready, right? Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no! Okay, this was a 4 from me personally.
It's 3 because it hurts.
Sorry?
It's 3 because it hurts.
I'm sorry, Jonáš.
I'll be fine.
Okay, I hope so.
Like, Noob Shield was a meme a year ago.
But it's still a meme now.
Oh.
Some people come up with new, I don't know, ideas about it.
Yeah, that's a player's copium, right?
Oh yeah, that's their coping mechanism. Oops. But that's alright, I mean, if it's not hurting anyone, then I guess the coping mechanism is fine. Yeah, shrug, visible shrug.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they're basically asking for it for a long time now. So.
Alright, let's see what the chat has to say. It's actually a mix as well between a 4 and a 1, so alright. And Filip, could you explain perhaps why you think it's a 4? Because I also think it's a 4.
Yeah, I think it's pretty great. It's not as good as the previous one, but yeah, I would like subtract 1 point because it's getting a little bit old, as Alex said. Like, it's still going on, and I think that if we would have something like this, we would know about it. That's the first thing.
Like I literally spent a few hours checking if there is something like that.
You got so paranoid.
Like after you do that, you get annoyed. Say that it's there.
It's a ploy, I think, by the community for all of us
For
as
sure.
a team to turn against each other, like pointing at each
You
other.
are the one who implemented it.
No, you! You did it!
Yeah, so we checked it, it's not there.
Yeah.
Still,
But I really like how it says, like, do you really think that Vigor can make something without breaking it?
Yeah, that's like that's.
Yeah.
I should give 2 for that at least.
Okay, so show me your
let me
number.
change my mind. So,
Okay,
yeah,
so 2.
Score. New score.
Okay, great.
It's not that bad, okay?
Some people in the chat are saying that they would rate it a 5 if we admit that it exists.
Well, it first have to exist. I would admit it if it was there.
Like say check it again on Monday, right? But
Oh.
he could do better things.
Just new task, like check it again, but properly this time.
For the umpteenth time, it's been too many times already. Alright, so let's try and see what the next meme holds for us, perhaps. It's the last one. I hope that you could see it from there. It's more about the community, I guess, and the gameplay, so it's less about us as a team. So whenever you have your ratings ready, we could then check what our team has to say. Some people in the chat already started voting, so.
That's great.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I love how Jonáš checked in before the show.
Is it the one?
Yeah, it's 4 actually.
All right, so we've got 2 2s and a 4. Jonáš, would you like to start on
Justify.
why? No, I didn't say
It's
that.
4 because it's the legit strategy, and that's what I do.
I agree, it's a legit strategy at the end, but that's why it's not that funny though.
I like suicide runs.
Okay.
And also it's like not jump shot related. Where are jump shot memes? What is going on?
We had a lot of them, but I mean, they were really hard to pick from, so. But, okay, so it is a legit strategy. So, Jonáš, would you say that that's always what you do when you go to the Outlands? Are you the kind of person who watches the airdrop rather than going for it first? Or...
Well, it depends. I usually can't get there as the first player, so that's like the option that stays with me, right?
Yeah, I'm usually either dancing under it or dead in a ditch.
Okay, so
Like it's
there's no in
game.
between.
No.
Alright.
It always ends up like that.
And does the map not matter,
No.
perhaps? Like,
Well,
do you not do better on some maps than others, maybe?
Like either you kill everyone or you get killed. Like that's the
Okay.
way of the Outlands.
Okay, that's true.
Like the airdrop is only for the winners, you know.
Okay, for the champs. And what about you, Filip? What's your strategy?
I usually go for the airdrop only when it's like left over there that nobody else wants it. So yeah, that's my strategy. Like I don't like camp the airdrop, but like when I see there's nothing is happening there, I just like go there and see if something will be happening. And when the radiation gets close and still nothing's happening, I just smash it and go usually. But yeah, that's airdrop stuff.
Okay. And does it matter as well what map, perhaps, or not really, Filip?
Probably not really.
Okay.
Like, yeah, this can happen on any map. Like, of course, on some of them it happens more often, but.
Alright.
Yeah.
And Jonáš, I didn't get to ask you, but is your strategy like that on all maps then? Like when it comes to the airdrop?
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Like when I play in production, I boost a lot, so everyone goes for the airdrop.
Okay, so when we were playing with the rest of the community, basically. Alright, yeah, that's fair. I find that interesting to hear all of your answers because for me it depends on the map. I feel more confident on some maps to grab the airdrop than others.
Fair enough. Yeah, probably true. Depends on the location as well.
Yeah, that too, but that's why I would probably tap comp station first. So, yeah.
Pre-select your location.
Exactly, yeah, and hope that nothing else happens crazily so I could probably go and grab it. And we've got a question in the chat. Do the devs actually play the game as I never see them? Don't they have a unique badge? Yes, we do.
I do play on PS. And I do have unique badge, and it usually means I'm just getting
wrecked.
Not wrecked, but like everyone just beelines towards me, and like 3 seconds in the match I get pinged.
Rip.
Yeah, like it's not rip, it's the name of the game. But like if I play on alt, it doesn't happen that fast.
I see.
But the death badge absolutely puts everyone like, I need to ping and find him. Like, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jonáš? Do you also put on the badge or not really?
I like to play shootouts after lunch. And I used to use the badge, but not so much anymore.
Is there a reason for that? Is it also because it's a target
they
on
keep
your
shooting
back?
me. Like,
Oh no.
come on.
They're playing the game. This is bad.
No, it's more like they are just bloodhounds like chasing you.
Oh yeah, for sure. And what about you, Filip?
Yeah, I agree. It's like a highlighter that when you get the badge there. I think that just like some people are that brave enough to actually put it there, and I'm not one of those.
Like I'm always playing.
When I have badge, I'm usually like 5th. And when I don't, I'm usually like 3rd. So.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Typical.
I always wear my badge, but I do have 2 accounts, so the other account is more progressed with the shelter complete, actually, so nobody really touches me, actually, but when I do play with my dev account with the developer's badge,
yeah, it's a different story.
it's hard.
It's harder for sure.
It is. It's really difficult, but also, like, it depends, because I also like to use the account to, let's say, boost so much with partners. And I will probably be also checking the chat right now. Let's see what they have to say. I would like to know who's responsible for the vast amount of pillows available. It's not that vast.
Like each of us has one.
Yeah, it's not that
it's 4.
many. It's
Yeah.
4.
Behind.
So it's not too many. It's just that I like to have it on my lap for comfort. All right, and so let's try and wrap up this discussion. If anyone's got any more questions, you could feel free to leave them in the chat. Yeah, but we could do a quick giveaway right now, which is not the last one, but the second to last. This one is for PlayStation, and it's for SIEE, which is Europe and Australia, so good luck to you Outlanders out there who could probably try and grab the codes. Fingers crossed that someone was able to catch that. Alright, so let's see what the chat has to say. Oh yeah, no surprises there. Some of our partners are bringing up Friday night fights. Yeah, I like Friday night fights. I try to join in as much as I can, but it's really hard to find a schedule where all developers can play.
I would also say we paused on it a little bit because like it's summer season, there's not that many devs all the time present in the office, so I think we can give it a shot later as well.
Yeah.
When everyone's back and...
Yeah, because it's the summer and everyone deserves some rest, so it's a little bit hard to sync up on that. Is there an Xbox giveaway? There was one earlier. I do believe that was the only one. I don't think we have another Xbox One planned for now. But you know that we have community corners going on. Usually it wasn't happening for the past few weeks because of the anniversary activities on our social media, but we will be getting back right into them once the anniversary celebrations are over. So that's also another way you can earn crowns. And yeah, our partners also can give away crowns depending on your platform. So keep an eye out for that. There's lots of opportunities. And actually, speaking of anniversary celebrations, we also had a special Outlander Journey competition, which was the big competition that we had for this year's anniversary. I think that the idea spawned because we wanted to do something as cool as the bingo that we had last year, but something different. So we were able to come up with the Outlander Journey with a team.
I think I like this better
than the bingo. And I know that you helped us out with that.
Yeah. I don't think I helped with this one.
Sorry?
I wasn't helping with this one, but with the previous one.
I think that you had...
Maybe just some ideas came
Yeah, the ideas came from you and from other members of the team, and we also checked with you, I think, if some of them are doable or not. Like, because you're one of the best killers in the Outlands in our team. So we had to ask, you know, to see if it's really doable for sure. So yeah, and actually today we were able to figure out and pick our winners from the Outlander Journey, and we will be announcing them today. Here is a list of the winners. We agreed that we would have 10 winners for completing one path. So the first 10 people who are named on the screen right now, they were the first people to send in their submissions. So congratulations to them. Yeah, GG, well played. And then for all paths, for the more hardcore grinder Outlanders who really wanted to win some crowns and also a special outfit from our premium packs.
Pain and misery.
Sorry?
And pain and misery.
Yeah, but you know, it's. I think that a lot of people do want to get the outfits usually.
Yeah.
And the crowns will be great to have for boosts. So yeah, we wanted to have 5 winners in total, but only 2 were very successful with actually completing them and submitting them as we wanted them to. So congratulations. We will be contacting you soon on your prizes, so stay tuned for that. Great. So let's try and see what the chat has to say real quickly.
They keep talking about the 10k and 20k kills badge.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be a nice addition for some players who like to...
For some killers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who like to flex with the badges and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But, well, we already discussed it before in other streams as well, that though it might be a good idea, it might alter the game even further to even more of a shooter rather than a looter, you know. We still got to keep the looter aspect in there, but who knows, we need to discuss it too and see how feasible it is, right?
Top 3 meta guns based on data, it's even after LMG buff, it's still AKM and Bugle.
And what's the third one?
And the third one, it was L85, but now it's M249.
Okay, we'll see how that changes, I guess.
It will stay like that.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Alright.
Until further reworks, it will stay like this for a while.
We'll see about that. Jonáš will let us know, I guess.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You let me know.
That's alright, as long as you let someone know. And then we've also got a suggestion. Maybe we should have a loot badge, because there is a kill badge. So that would probably be cool. Alright, so I wanted to also...
it was top 3 gun in the season. Like during the previous season.
Okay.
The L85, I'm reacting to the comment.
Alright, yeah, I was
and it also depends on what skill level or like experience of the players you look at. And I was looking on the players who had more than 500 games, so those are usually players who already have the weapon. You won't see the frequency as high on the players who have less than 100 games.
Yep. And we got a question. Is the new game mode now playable? Yes, the new game mode, Tomato Fight, it's exclusively just for this weekend. It's a part of our anniversary celebrations, so feel free to give it a try. Let us know what you think. We were really excited about implementing it, and it's something that we were thinking about for quite a while, but it was just harder than we thought, so it took some time, but it's finally here and you can enjoy it. But it's not just the tomato fight that you can be enjoying this weekend. We also have the ultimate XP apocalypse going on this weekend, so you get double XP. Even though it's not shown in the UI, you definitely get it. Please do count your XP. And you also get discounted boosters in Shootout and Encounters, so they're 50% off, so enjoy the boosts, enjoy the loot, enjoy the double XP, and enjoy the tomato fight. So that will be going on until the 22nd, 8 AM UTC, so you only have a limited time to enjoy all this fun anniversary shenanigans we've prepared for you. And this is not the only special thing we have prepared, actually. The team already knows, but the community doesn't know yet. But we have prepared some special merch for you, Outlanders. It's been a long time coming. It was a little bit tough, but we got it. We are offering pre-orders to the limited edition Vigor Threat hoodie. It's specifically for this anniversary, so you're gonna have to go to our merch website and click on the pre-order button. You have to be kind of quick about it because we don't have too many pre-order slots. So there's limited amount of pieces that could be pre-ordered, and if you do pre-order them, you'll get them sometime in September. So at least that's what I believe. We hope that it would be there by September.
Should be specified also on the site. So
it is, definitely. So that is how the hoodie looks like, actually. It has the threat icon.
I love it.
It's sick.
Yeah, I'm buying multiples of them. That's for sure.
Alright, yeah.
But best Vigor hoodie.
It is, I think it is really nice and stylish. So you've got the nice threat logo in the back, and you've got a nice Vigor Knives logo with the letter V embroidered in the front. So look, just go ahead and grab it from our store. It's a limited edition anniversary merch, so please go ahead and check it out on our store. We'll also be sharing the link to it on our socials later on, but you are the first people to hear about it on the stream. So, and we've got our lovely co-workers in the background.
The team is there.
They also want their hoodies, I guess, which is why they're here.
They will get some, don't worry.
And I believe we could briefly do the last giveaway for the stream before we wrap up. So this is the last giveaway for the stream, everyone. It's for Nintendo Switch in Australia. So good luck to those Outlanders who are gonna get them. And we've got everyone in the team who really wants to make sure that you all see them. You see us celebrating with them. Well, we will get there eventually.
Eventually,
yeah.
Can't wait.
So yeah, keep in mind that you could stay tuned on our socials for any more updates. Thank you for joining us on our special anniversary celebration. It's been a lovely 3 years. But before we wrap up, any last words from you, perhaps?
I wish everyone to get the threat as we have him on the hoodie, and enjoy the Outlands, enjoy the new LMGs, enjoy a new year for the Vigor. I hope you enjoy the game the same way you did so far, and maybe more.
Alright, Jonáš,
That's for me.
Yeah, enjoy the game, spend money.
Money.
Thank you for your feedback and all the great stuff you've shared with us.
All the memes and all the kills.
Great. And Filip?
Yeah, I'm just happy we're still going, and we're actually going better than ever, I think, and that's great. We still have some stuff in our sleeve, although we cannot share them yet. But keep checking our social media, keep checking all the stuff we put out, and hopefully we still will surprise you in the future with some features and other stuff.
Yeah, so yep, that's it from us today. Keep an eye out on our socials. I see that some people grabbed the hoodie already, which is great. And thank you for joining us along this lovely past 3 years, and we hope to see you all in the Outlands. So you'll actually also be seeing a short behind the scenes video before we go, but this is the last you'll be seeing of us for today. So thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the behind the scenes video. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye everyone.
Hello, Outlanders. Today we're someplace special. We're in our Mniszek office near Prague, and we are here today to record some new tapes for our upcoming season of Vigor Chronicles Absolution. If you guys are interested and you want to know more about it, then keep watching.
But it hurts my throat trying to pronounce it as it should be in French. There's so many things I can do, but you cannot teach such an old dog new trick. You know we have some field work to do tomorrow.
Of course I took them.
you enjoying the stream so far? Good. Last year on this day, we shared with you, our community, that we were bringing lore into the Outlands. With that decision, we, as a marketing team, focused on bringing our trailers to the next level as well. Starting with Vigor Chronicles Vengeance, we decided to experiment with motion capture and make our trailers more story-driven. We wanted to experiment with different concepts that fit the story of each chronicle. From action-packed trailers, to live action, to found footage, we always tried to push the boundaries. In the end, we hope you enjoy watching them as much as we enjoy making them.